she?
Text her.
She was on.
I know. Text her and see. Tell her to get back on here.
Don't forget to mute.
Can't tell it opens up. Okay, I think we're good to go. Anybody live? Anybody coming on? We will find out and get everybody going here in just a minute.
Hello, guys.
Figuring tonight's going to be a short and sweet, but I want to, first of all, we want to come on and say thank you and Merry Christmas. And we truly love each of you. And this has truly been just such a blessing to be on this with you. And we really do consider you guys family. And I just appreciate us being able to walk out what God's called us to do. And you guys being there with us and helping us move forward. And it just means the world to us. So as we move and grow in this, the next year has a lot of good things coming. Most of you that know me pretty well know we've been kind of working on laying the foundation of websites and programs and all that kind of stuff this year. Moving forward in next year, we're hoping to grow and be able to launch and really move past just my little bubble and get this out to the people, the survivors that we can heal and the people that are truly diabetic, truly having issues that we can help and reverse their damage and really show some of them what this keto journey can do. You know, most people understand that the keto journey is to lose some quick weight or whatever. And I love being able to explain to them that there's a whole nother level we can take this to. And not that it's always easy or fun, but most of my veterans will say, you know, some of us just have to go deeper to get that deeper healing. And when you do it correctly, it's just amazing how far you can go. So we're just happy to be on this journey with you guys. We love you all and we appreciate everything. And we can't wait to see what God has in store for us for the year to come. And we hope you guys will be along with us. Second of all, we are going to be still starting our New Year, New You program. So anybody that is wanting to jump in with us, we're going to make it through the holidays. And then we are going to jump in. Linda, if you guys want to unmute tonight and jump in. We're going to have a good night. But anybody that wants to jump in, we are going to hit that floor running January 2nd. And we're going to get going. So we are in this, even if you've been through, we're going to do a beginner level and an advanced level. So everybody can jump in at whatever level you're going to be. We're going to do both of them starting January 2nd. Come on in, Linda. Do you have a question? Hey, Carol.
Yes. How do I sign up and how do I do all of that?
All everybody needs to do is go to journeytoketo.com and there's, you'll go to the coaching. They'll go to programs, resources, and then you'll go to coaching and pick out which level. If you're already through the beginner level, then feel free to jump into the advanced, and that's going to be just the second half of Keto Continuum. The first half was what we'll do for the people that are just starting out, that we're still building their chemistry and moving forward in it. If you've already got that part and you're kind of past Keto Continuum 1 through 6, and it's just going to push you and jumpstart you a little bit to get you going into the advanced level, then sign up for the advanced. I just know once we get you signed in and we get your spot saved for you, we still will be able to juggle you around if we need to. So it's not set in stone. Once we know how many people are in the classes, then I'll be able to set times and stuff like that a little bit easier. Right now, we're still sticking with Monday at 8. So if that works. Or we might even go back up to 7. If we have enough beginners, we'll back up Monday at 7 for beginners and advanced at 8. So we'll just do them just like we have been back to back.
Okay. Now it says that you have to purchase the core group.
If you already have Keto Continuum from Drboz or myself, you do not have to.
Okay.
The other thing is I teach it step by step. If you want the videos to go review them, then you can purchase the course on your own if you like it. But if you already have it, you don't have to purchase it again.
Okay. That was my question.
It's kind of the question. And some people don't like the videos because it's too sciencey. So that is what I kind of break the science down and teach you step by step every week. So I kind of put it in layman's terms a little bit more and say, here's what we're working on for the following week. Here's your steps for the following week. And I just teach it that way. Sometimes the videos get a little bit deep for some people. So it's up to you. If you want the videos, I show videos and speak through them, or we can just, if you have the videos at home, you can watch the videos at home and I'll reinterpret them for you and kind of help you through that journey. Depends if you're a science person or you just want the steps. We kind of offer it both ways.
Okay. And now is there anything else that I need to prep for before it all gets started?
Nope. The only other thing that that we kind of work on really early on, and you are probably already familiar with, is building that toolbox. Because as we build your chemistry from the beginning, there are tools that you're going to need to use to help your body transition through a little easier. They're not mandatory, but it does help to have some of those things on hand. So if
We do.
Okay. And then on the, what you can do is just text me, but on the website, there is actually a page that I call Build Your Toolbox. So
under,
it's
under the resources tab.
and it's just
Okay.
building your toolbox. So you'll have because most people will hit it if they run into the keto flu, they back out and bail. And what I want to do is head you off of all the keto flu. First of all, prevent anything that we can. And most of those things can all be prevented. The second of all, if you do have any issues, I want you to have things on hand to be able to fix them to get you over the hurdle so you're not struggling with it. So
Okay.
that's what we kind of do. But it's all at journeytoketo.com. So just head on over there. Okay, guys. So Carol, we're so glad to have you. We got some of my locals on tonight, Carol and her hubbies from our church. So they are newbies and ready to jump in at the very beginning. Carol's done a little bit of easy keto on her own and had some success and lost some weight and everything. So they're another group that we're trying to show exactly how much deeper we can take this for the internal health, the cellular health. So that's what's kind of cool to see. So Carol, welcome, and listen in and see how many people, actually most of them here are my veterans, Dory, Wayne, Lyndon, them kind of has a good grasp, Jen, Joan, and Sandy. These are all veterans. We only have a few newbies. So these are all people that have made major health issue and major health turnaround by working through the steps of the program. So
I'm excited to learn.
good. Listen in. Okay, come on in, Wayne. I know you guys have a birthday and stuff you're celebrating tonight, so come on in. Wayne is, Carol, so you know, Wayne is one of the men leaders in our group that we are fortunate enough to have some good men, some good godly men that are leading their families, leading the way for their wives, trying to be the leaders to say, here's what I want to do to promote health in my family. And Wayne is one of them that's done it with stars on. So we're just so proud of you, Wayne, and we love you. But today's Miss Vicky's birthday. So where is she? Tell her I said happy birthday.
She's crashing.
Good for her. Good for her. Well, tell her we love her.
Living in Western New York this time of year, it's cold and dark early. You just get ready for bed as soon as it gets dark out, which is like 4 o'clock, it seems like.
Same thing here. We're Ohio, so it's pretty much the same thing. And Wayne is also the one that has stimulated my husband into learning to decorate again for Christmas and messing up my plan with his whole BB. What's it called? I don't even know.
Red Ryder BB gun.
Christmas story theme.
Yes.
Everybody seems to know that but me. And I don't understand because I grew up in a house full of, my mother was crazy for Christmas. So I don't know how I don't know this story. Go ahead, Wayne. Come tell us how you're doing.
Fairly okay. I always still chuckle when you say I'm a veteran because it just seems like you're constantly learning in this whole process.
We are.
Absolutely.
So whether you're a newbie or a veteran, you're going to find yourself just kind of practicing your way through this and learning something new. I just started I think it's my 4th 72-hour fast.
Nice.
And seems like every week, of at least the first 3 weeks, they've been different. That, my numbers really never changed in the first one until kind of the end. And then the second one was real dramatic changes, around day 2. And then the third one was more of a challenge. Day 1 was really kind of had to gut through it a little bit. I didn't feel as prepared maybe, but got through it. And the thing that was different on that one was afterwards, my numbers stayed better when I started feeding a little longer.
Yep.
Really, I start my fast on Sunday, so Wednesday it ends. Thursday, Friday, it wasn't really till Saturday that my ketones dropped some. I was well over 1 until Saturday, or no, it was actually this morning. Yesterday I was still over 1. Today's Sunday, so I start tonight. This morning it was only 0.5.
Nice.
So the ketones stayed higher longer. So kind of took that as a win and figure, okay, we're supposed to do these 8 weeks in a row and reassess. So we'll see what happens this week.
Good.
Yep.
Let me just jump in real quick, Wayne. Just know, Carol, I know I don't want to scare you right now. The 72s are part of the really advanced part at the end of the program. Once your chemistry is ready, it will carry you through fasting. And that is where you heal some of that cellular level health. But your chemistry will carry you. So please don't let that scare you off, because there is there is a lot of chemistry that you build up to get your body there. And once your body's there, it will carry you. What he's talking about, though, is his chemistry is shifting. So every fast that you go into, and again, that's not till the end after your chemistry is established to carry you, because once you're fat adapted, your fat will carry you through, so it's getting your body jumped into learning to burn fat all the time, not just part of the time, but keeping that going as much as you can. But that cellular health will start really amping up when you do that fasting. But he was saying how everyone is different. And Wayne, that's because the glucose in the liver is going to clean out more on each one, which is going to bring that glucose down, the ketones up. And Carol, you're going to hear us talking about a DBR, which is called drboz ratio. And that is how we monitor exactly where your body's at every day. That's how we know if you're in an inflammatory state or a healing state. So those kind of things just make it, that's the little chart that we're going to use to control it. And Wayne has done this perfectly, but sometimes it takes those of us that have some major metabolic health, we have to do the deep cleaning. So think of it like spring cleaning the liver and getting, you've done a little bit on the surface, but we got to get you down and get that liver cleaned out so that we know your inflammatory markers are all good, so that you're healing at the cellular level. It's not just losing weight, it's healing your body. So this is what he's talking about. So just know he is a veteran and has been through Keto Continuum 1 through 12. And at the end of that, for the grand finale, you do your 8 weeks of 72-hour fast, 8 consecutive weeks in a row to deep clean that liver. And then what he's talking about is he's going to reevaluate, see where his personal body numbers are, and then he'll reassess. Will he want to do another group of fasting? Will he be able to idle and back off into a maintenance program more? He will be able to know that because his body is going to tell him with his numbers. So that's the cool part of it is. So
can I ask, has anybody in here had some health issues reversed?
Who wants to jump in? I know everybody on here has. So go ahead,
Is it
Wayne.
okay if I ask that?
Absolutely. Let everybody share a little bit.
I'll say I've had some health ones reversed, but some other people that may or may not be on tonight. There's some folks that are part of this group that have gone through some, immediate life-threatening issues with cancer and other matters. And Tammy herself will go over things that she's gone through. I followed keto a year or so ago, and I was pretty successful on it and just got away from it. What scared the crap out of me was I tested my glucose this past August and I was 225. So that really kind of scared me straight to say, I'm getting to a point in my life where I can't afford to not address it. So when I tested my glucose and I was 225, I got on following the program again, and I didn't know Tammy and Lance at that point. I stumbled across them on one of Dr. Boz's Facebook posts. So now my morning glucose, I haven't been over 110 in a week or two. So that's been a pretty big turnaround.
That's awesome.
Now, Wayne, was you on medications?
No. And I've been very fortunate, maybe particularly having a younger doctor, that she is completely on board with what I'm doing. So I would imagine if you had a primary care physician that didn't agree with this as a lifestyle, that it'd be a lot more challenging.
It is. It truly is. But I think one of the wins that we're having is we're finding more and more doctors that are understanding the true keto nutritional ketosis chemistry, that it's making it so much easier and so much better for leading the way. But there's some of us that still are struggling. I have to take my charts into my own hands and learn the science. And I'll tell you, I am so much better off since I've learned to do that than I ever was with a doc. All they would do is write me another prescription. I mean, I came home with bags of prescriptions from the drugstore every month. And it was awful. But Wayne, we are proud of you for reversing all that. And Wayne's done the work. I mean, it's not easy. His fight's not over. And he don't get to half-ass it. I mean, he just don't. We don't have that luxury of being able to do that. We have to kick in and do nutritional ketosis to the level. And most of them on this group right here will tell you that Dory will come on probably here and tell you her story. I mean, she's got MS. I mean, we've got cancer on here. We've got MS. We've got diabetes. We've got mental health. We've got so many things on here that you won't believe, Carol, everything it'll reverse. It's cool. So Dory, you want to jump in and share a little bit of your story so we can tell her what all we've done with the brain health and the MS and everything for you?
I think it's been a little over a year since I started this program, and I've been diagnosed with MS for about almost 6 years. And so I've been dealing with relapses and all those fun things and fighting the doctors with medicine. So once I started this last year, I haven't had any major relapses this year, and I've actually had improvement in symptoms that have been pretty bad the past few years. And then so they've decreased dramatically or completely went away. So I haven't got rid of all of them, but I'm not on medicine. I'm not on the immune modifying drugs or anything. So I do it all through ketosis and food choices and lifestyle. And it's helping. I'm not having I'm doing better now than I have been previously before doing the keto continuum. So I'm looking forward. I haven't the past couple of months, just with stress and everything, stress affects it incredibly. And so I can tell a difference when I get off track with the stress versus doing the keto with the stress is a big difference. So it definitely helps as a good buffer and all the things you can't change. So it's nice to have a consistent thing that you can to help, your health as much as you can, I guess, if that makes sense.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Dory, we're just glad to have you back on track and back with us. And just know when she's saying stress, we're talking, she picked up her family and moved across the country. So she's a little bit of stress going on. So she's back on track. But the cool part of it, again, she's a veteran as well. And she knows how to read her numbers to know it's time to jump back on. She's going in the wrong direction and she knows how to track her numbers. She knows her body and she knows it's time to get back serious. It's just, you learn that juggle. You learn to play that game. And some of us don't have the luxury of jumping off. Some people can kind of half-ass it and still get some results, but some of us don't. This will be the way I live. This is my lifestyle. It's just going to be. And I think it too. Part of the program is learning what to do. What are the basic things to do? How to track your body, and then how to keep yourself in that boundary once you learn how to do it. And I think that's the biggest win for everybody is once you've gone through it. Once you know what you're supposed to do, now it's just a fact of you learning to do it every time. Yep. So Sharon, you want to come in and share a little bit on what it's done for you?
Yeah, I today lost that, I always go by 10 pounds. So I finally crossed a 10-pound border, which I haven't been able to do for many, many years. So to date, I've lost 35, 40 pounds doing keto. And lately what I've been doing, because I'm 55 years old, I was having some really stalls and stuff and not really losing weight. So I over time went through all the steps, was doing one meal a day, but I have now gotten rid of all sweeteners. I don't do dairy right now either. I eliminated cheese and nuts. So I'm pretty doing carnivore. I do have some cheese in my refrigerator yet. So when I'm dying, I have
gotta have some baby bells for backup.
Yeah, that's my sweet, considering that oh my God, I need my cheese. So until that, but I'm donated a bunch of my food. So just, I have depression, and I was diabetic, and I've gotten off of that. And
Good job.
my finally, because I've been struggling, I kind of cheated on a Thanksgiving, and it was hard to get my glucose back down. So I'm finally under 100, and I'm finally under drboz of, I got into 3240 just last couple of days.
Nice.
So I'm still trying to, drboz wants you to eat early in the morning, but because of work, I was eating in the evening, but I was trying to make that work. And that was part of my challenge too. And that's just not going to work for my lifestyle. So, it is what it is, but I just feel so much better, healthier, able to focus at work more, and the aches and pains, the inflammation, like when I'd lay down, my muscles always ache. So, and then the right shoulder, your liver, that I thought, I seriously, when I go to a massage person, I was like, dig deep, dig deep. And that's gone now. So all those little kind of things. And then my face is looking better. Your skin.
You got the glow.
Yeah. So all those kind of, I would say I don't have major medical things, but my mom had Parkinson's. And so just with the high stress and everything, I was noticing some cognitive delays, like little memory, like, like, so I just want to be proactive in that, and instead of reactive. So
I know what you mean, because my mother had Alzheimer's at a young age. So, and I find myself being forgetful sometimes, and then I worry,
So those are some of my positives, but it's been Wayne was also like, you're continuously fine tuning, it's like you get things along the way, and it's just a journey. But like, it's for me, and then, Tammy said, like, I am going to pick a day in this coming Christmas, might be 2 days. But I have everything prepared, right? I'm going to stick to chronometer, regardless of what I do. And I'm going to have food ready when I come back, because I'm traveling a family and coming back, so I can jump back on. Yep. So I like, if it's 2 days, it's 2 days, but it's not going to keep on creeping to 3 and 4 and 5. So it's like
Good
having
deal.
a plan.
Mindset too.
Yep. So that's my story, but nice to meet you, Carol, and welcome to the group.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. And it's just such a neat little journey, Carol, and everybody learns their own personal chemistry. So you know what you can do. And we do it with a plan. Some people, like I said, we can make that plan. I'm going to have a cookie hooky day with the kids. We're going to do some keto cookies, make it the best we can, but I'm sure I'm going to be over. But I have the tools in my toolbox to get right back on the next day. It's no big deal. It's not something that's going to derail me, whatever. So let me jump in. Let me ask Joan, are you able to come in and talk for a minute, hon? If not.
Yep, I am. Yeah.
Do you want to come in and share for a minute?
Well, I'm just really here for encouragement. I've been doing this for a few years and found you guys.
Oh, good.
And I'm just trying to make it through Christmas.
Oh, aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Yes. And just as Lance just said, we all know what to do. It's just a matter of implementing that every day. Every day. On a side note,
I said, welcome to the group. Is there any questions I can help you with?
Thank you. No, I just did the Keto Mojo upgrade thing.
Nice.
So I just got my meter, and I'm going to have to figure that out.
Well, give us a call. If we can help you set it up. That's no problem. We can help you do that.
Yeah.
And
it
that's
looks like
another
it's
thing
going to be okay.
Throw out is anybody that is our patient or my clients coming in to coach, we do have the patient portal now and can add you right to our patient portal. So as we coach through this next group, it'll be so nice because we can pull it right up on the screen and see it as we go along. So it's just another little tool that we get to give to our coaching clients. So it's kind of cool. So if you have the Keto Mojo, it's all good.
Tammy, you mentioned for new people and what to do to prepare. I was going to throw in there that getting yourself a meter now instead of waiting until January 2nd would be get you on the ground running.
Yep. And just know, I will put that link over in the group, in the Facebook group. Anybody that needs to order, it doesn't cost you anything to use our link, but it helps us a little bit. So we appreciate it if you could use our links. It's no big deal, but every little bit helps at this point. So it gives you a little discount and it helps us out a little bit too. So I'll put that on the page. Anybody
It is on our website too.
Yes, it's on the website. So it will be on there. Jen, do you want to come and jump in? God, it's so hard to call you that.
She jumped in
And left.
and then left. There she is.
There you are. Come tell us what it's done for you.
You said Jen, and I had no idea you were talking to
I know.
me. I thought there
It's my
was
daughter-in-law.
somebody
Her
else in the
name's
group.
Bug. We call her Bug. It's the only thing she answers to, and it's the only thing Mama's ever going to be able to call her. So it's just the way it is.
But on our driver's license, it says Jennifer.
Yep, that's true.
But if you call her Jennifer, she usually won't answer you.
You know, that's true too.
So tell us how far you've come.
I have made it to the 8 weeks of 72s. I had got to the point I had to back off of those though. And my body was telling me, well, stop. I can only make it to 48. And I do them probably 2 times a month. I don't stay consistent doing them all the time just because kids and sports and busy life. And it's not the easiest with feeding everybody else.
But just know Bug is going to be the face of our Keto Kids program. And when she says her numbers, when she can get the numbers that takes me 72 hours. Now, again, she's much younger and has never been really sick. She's, always been fairly healthy, had some weight to lose, but nothing drastic. So her numbers, when she gets to the 48, she gets the numbers that takes me to 72. She gets there in 48 hours. So that's the benefit of, we're really trying to, she's going to be the face with my kids of the Keto Kids program, because she is going to help that younger demographic, hoping to prevent the issues that us older gang is sitting here dealing with. We're trying to get the moms to be able to kick in and do it and teach them how to do it the best they can for the kids. It's not always perfect with with the house full of kids and stuff like that. You got to learn to make the best choices that you can. And I just want to say, Bug, I'm so proud of her. She's teaching the kids to make the best choices that they can. It is not always perfect. And God knows when they go to school, they have no good options. So it's teaching them how to read labels, how to check it out for themselves. And the cool part of it is, it's just, they get to see, she's doing the work. She's packing their lunches. She's making sure they're fed before school, things like that they don't have to go to school and try to make those decisions in front of their friends or stuff like that. So
And I got to say, her kids absolutely rock it out. Harper and Maddox, they rock it out. They're serious about it. And you can tell they do a really good job of looking at things and knowing what to do and what not to do. So
it's just
kudos.
And it's neat because you think, oh my gosh, my kids would never do this. And it's like, Maddox the other day, I bribed him taking his blood to do his ketones and glucose with the blood meter with a pack of meat sticks. That's what I bribed him with. That's what he wanted, was a pack of meat sticks. I'm like, I'll take that win any day. But it let us check his numbers. Little guy had been sick and I wanted to see kind of where he was at, because that cough syrup and all that, everything has the sweetener in it. The kid had like a glucose of 88 and his ketones were 1.2. I'm like, dude, you're in ketosis. Rock it out till this fever passes. You're fine. And he was fine. He's not starving. He's sleeping a lot because he's running a fever and been sick, but he's doing great. He's keeping his fluids in him. He's keeping the salt in him. But you learn to do that. And I just want to say, Jen, I'm so proud of you for doing that with the kids, and the kids are getting there. But just know, Carol, I know you're at the school. To have an influence over kids is a win. It truly is. To have any influence at all, to know that it doesn't deprive them of a snack, but they can bring a cheese stick in and a meat stick or something and have a snack just like everybody else. It's no big deal, but cool.
Yep, for sure. I'm hoping to see Maddox tomorrow.
How's his fever been today? Has it stayed down? Okay,
there it is. No, it spiked again. He was fine. Yesterday it dropped. He didn't need any medicine. Then about 2:00 today, it just right back up. It's just never ending with him right now.
It's been 2 weeks of his fever going up and down, and it's no cough. No, he's been tested for COVID, nothing, but it's just a fever going up and down. So it's just awful. So poor little guy, say a prayer for our boy.
That's right.
Yeah, sure. And I just know it's going through the room. So
yeah,
Carol
I
is
feel
also
so bad because he'll get up and he'll just be like, okay, I'm good. And then it'll be like 40 minutes and he's like, oh, I need a nap, which is not
that's
like
not
him
Maddox.
at all.
Just know Carol is Maddox's teacher. So that's our small little town. That's Carol.
We say small town, we mean small town.
We small town.
See, Sandy, are you there, honey? Do you want to jump on for a minute? I don't want to share without your permission. So if you could jump in, Sandy, you might have to touch your screen to turn your camera on if you don't mind. I would love whatever you're comfortable with sharing, or I could put it in a nutshell and share it for you with your permission. But I would love to have Carol here. Her mother had dementia and Alzheimer's and a lot of brain health that runs in families. Could you come in and share a little bit about your journey? Would you be comfortable doing that?
I'm overly tired. I have not slept since yesterday morning.
Can I share it in a nutshell for you?
Yes, you can. I would appreciate that very much.
Okay, let me give her the nutshell version. Sandy's been with me for about 2 years. Sandy did the whole keto continuum, the 1 through 12, and then she did the advanced course of the brains course. When Sandy first started with us, Sandy could not even turn her computer on. We literally would call a half hour before, and we would work through the steps of taking the link, getting on Zoom, turning on your computer. We would go through that. And that was I'm not doing that to slam her. I'm doing that to say she worked so hard in a total foreign area that was not normal to her. That was not easy for her. We started with that 2 years ago. She took the brains course, which is the advanced part. We start applying all these silly little things that you think would have no idea to help the brain. And she has done both courses. And this woman has showed up consistently for 2 years. She's on every group call. She's on every class. She shows up. And that is the biggest key to winning in this race, is to show up. This girl now can get on, she can get on, she can turn her computer on, she can use her phone, she can text, her emotions, you can see how her emotions will go up and down when she's off the rails. The depression will kick in, the confusion will kick in, all those things will kick in with her. When she stays on track, she's brilliant and beautiful. You can see she's got the glow, see the glow on everybody's skin and face. You can tell when she's doing okay and when she's not. But it's just one of those beautiful stories of, as much as she struggled at the beginning, Sandy has some of the best numbers.
Oh, she can rock numbers.
When
she
makes ketones like a crazy woman. That is like, I only wish I could get ketones as high as this girl gets. And her glucose will drop, her ketones go up. She gets a really low drboz ratio. And you're going to hear us talk about that drboz ratio, but like under 80, you're burning fat. Under 70, you're working on inflammation. Under 60, your arthritis and things like that. Drboz takes cancer patients to 20. Like, it's a really tough level to get it to, as a ratio of 20 or below. Sandy can rock a teens out like there's no tomorrow. Not an issue. So it's just, but she's learned her chemistry. She's learned to stress her body where she needs to. And the brain health for her, the emotional health for her has just been such a blessing. So,
and the thing is, she puts in the work.
Yeah,
she really does. And she works really hard at it, and she reaps the rewards of it.
And it's just, again, when, like we were talking today at church, so much of this, as much as we all have a million things to go do, my house looks like a dang bomb went off in it. I get it. But this is what keeps us all healing. This is what heals our personal brains, that neural pathway in the brain. Remember when we used to tell our kids, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It's kind of that same mentality of, we are each other's friends. We are like-minded people. We are the only people you don't have to sit down at the table with and argue and justify because of what's on your plate or what's not on your plate. We get it here.
My question is, like, allopathic doctors, like, how much of their training do they know about this? I'm just talking about the regular physician, the allopathic.
I remember in medical school, a professor telling me if I wasn't going to learn to do ketosis, absolutely right to not do it because you'll kill yourself.
Because, I went to nursing school. I didn't finish my RM, but we learned very little nutrition.
Absolutely. And even what you would learn is the old science. There is nothing in this program that is not backed by science. Dr. Boz teaches our Department of Defense. She teaches the military. The people that have the money and the resources are the people that are already doing that know this. The professional athletes, the doctors that are above and beyond the average MD. Those are the people that are already doing it. It's those of us that are down here trying to learn. And that's what Dr. Boss says. Most of them don't need a doctor. They need a coach to get them through the proper steps. So Dr. Boss can teach you all the science that you want.
Blow your mind.
She's the best teacher there is, but we love being able to help teach you the lifestyle, how to put it into your lifestyle, how to make it an everyday practice, how to fix it. Hey, Ruth, glad you made it, honey. We teach you how to do it as a lifestyle. So, but if Carol, if you like the science, you will love her course because she is the best teacher, absolute best teacher. She's a teacher at heart. She really is. So good job, Ruth. Are you doing okay? You home from the hospital? I take it. We're glad to see you, hon. You're muted. We got you muted.
I'm home, thank you. And I go tomorrow for a stress test, and then to decide what I'm going to do, what they're telling me to do. I'm still trying to stay on course here. I don't know.
We'll get you there, Ruth.
It blindsided me in a way, you know.
You got to catch your breath a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
and that's
anyway, yeah.
That's okay. I mean, it was the same way. Remember when I had the heart attack and Dr. Boz pulled the reins back on me and said, time out.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do. And sometimes you just have to. Doesn't mean you derail. Doesn't mean you jump off track. Doesn't mean you go back to sugar and carbs. It just means you take a minute, let your body heal, let your body quit stressing. You know, you work your way right back in. So Ruth, you know, we got you. You know, I know you're hitting in January 2nd. You're in the new you program, I think. So we're going to take you running and we're just going to go as slow at the pace that you need to go. And we'll get you there. So don't you worry about it. You get through the holidays, enjoy that family, and we'll get you moving forward.
Enjoy family, definitely.
Yeah. Because the fact part of that whole thing is what is going to be challenging for them and me, you know. But conversation wise and everywise, but we'll get it. We'll figure it out.
We're going to get you there, Ruth. Don't you worry about that. So everybody, do you have a paper and pencil down? Grab a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to make you get up and run around your house for a minute. Or Harper has picked out a scavenger hunt that we are going to do. And the winner of the scavenger hunts is going to get a free consultation. So, are you ready?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Read them. You guys sit up talking to the mic. All right, come on. Give them a list of, pick four things.
Pick 4 things they got to go find.
A nutcracker, a Santa, a wrapped gift, and a leg lamp.
Oh, she said a nutcracker, a Santa. Is that what you said? A wrapped gift and a leg lamp.
First one back with all 4 wins.
All right, I lose because I just moved into a small little kind of a bungalow and I have no space to put my Christmas stuff up. So,
well, Sharon, we're going to bring you into our living room then. We'll be zooming. I got enough up to make everybody.
My house is a mess, but I just did, as everyone's looking, I did do, let me see. I had this great little nativity scene. And so I put that
over
there.
Sweet.
So it's a mess. So that, and then I got a little reindeer. So that's my
there
Christmas.
You go. It's Christmas for now, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good. Is anybody?
I only heard 2 of the things.
Sausage stuffed mushrooms for my department party tomorrow. So I'm staying keto for tomorrow. So that's why my kitchen looks a mess right now. So sorry.
Okay.
All right. One more time with the 4 things. She said
A nutcracker.
A nutcracker.
Okay,
A Santa.
Santa.
A wrapped gift.
Wrapped gift.
And a leg lamp.
A leg lamp.
Oh.
Does anybody have the ugly leg lamp besides Wayne? Wayne has it. I know he does.
But it's 50 inches tall and it's in my front window. I'm not going to be dragging it
He
down.
won't bring it in.
We trust you.
We know.
you.
We've seen pictures.
What is a leg lamp again? Can you show that? Like, what is that?
Oh,
Oh wait, I'll Google it.
I have a picture of it.
You
Okay.
gotta appreciate this.
It's from a movie called A Christmas Story.
And my guess is there's going to be one in my front window by next year.
I mean, I saw your post, but I still
That's the
couldn't
front,
figure
my
out what
front
it was.
window.
Okay.
That's the leg lamp.
Okay, I like that.
It's a leg and a lamp.
You all need to have one of those.
With high heels and a fishnet stocking.
There you
Mhm.
go.
No.
It's a major award.
Major award, that's right.
You know, you put some lights around it, and there you go.
It's got its own light inside. It glows.
It's a lamp. I don't get it.
Me and Wayne are on the same page.
He loves it.
My cousin has one too. He used to have one.
And he got that stupid BB gun out for that movie. And now with the BB gun is hanging my beautiful fireplace that I worked so hard on to make it all match and pretty.
Oh,
Hey, the BB gun looks beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
with Lance on that one.
See?
It does.
It does.
You guys are cracked. I swear.
Do you have the Santa praying over baby Jesus? Is that the statue you brought? I love that one. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen
that's
that
so
one.
cute.
I have seen that one.
All right, that takes the win. That's the Santa. All right, what else did you got? Who else has it? Did anybody get all four?
Oh,
Anybody get three?
I don't have the lamp. I have a Santa.
Here.
what do you got,
Yeah.
Ray?
I have three.
Oh, Joan has three.
Nutcrackers.
Look at her nutcracker.
She got a real nutcracker. We were not specific on that. That's a good one, Sandy. I love that.
Good job, Sandy got a real one. That's awesome. Okay.
Yep, I got the other kind too.
As a backup. All right.
Did you show my Santa? Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so Linda, you got Santa. You got a wrapped gift. And
Wrap gift, does this count?
yep, that works.
Okay.
Sandy's got a wrapped gift.
We got nutcrackers.
Nutcracker. Joan, what do you have a nutcracker? A
A
wrapped
wrapped
gift.
gift
And
and
a
a
Santa.
Santa.
So
Wow.
Joan,
We have to have a time.
No leg lamp though.
hey,
Okay, we're gonna have to have a tap.
Leg lamp.
No way. That should count.
Oh
I'm
man.
kind of impressed. Kind of impressed with the leg
Oh
lamp.
man.
All right, well,
That's
I
a tough
guess
one.
we didn't specify nutcracker. We didn't specify leg lamp. So
Let's see. What's Ruth have?
Ruth, what all you got? Hang on, you're muted. We can't hear nothing. I can't read lips.
So Joan.
So
Santa.
Joan and Linda. Joan.
A Santa,
Okay.
a nutcracker.
She got a real one too.
Yeah, and a wrap gift.
And a wrap gift. All right. So Ruth has
I don't
three.
have any leg lamp.
Okay.
So we got Ruth.
So Linda has four though.
Are we counting the
If we're
shirt?
counting the leg lamp. We didn't specify on the nutcracker. We didn't specify on the leg lamp. So we either got to count them both or not count them. What do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think the leg lamp should get counted if it's on the shirt?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, she said sure.
Is there anybody else that has all four?
No.
No. All right, Linda, you got the win, girl.
All right.
Woohoo!
You got the win. You let me know. We'll get you up for a consult. So you can use it now or save it for later, whatever you want. We'll get you scheduled. But good job, guys. So that was our little fun of the day. Seriously, we don't want to keep everybody right now. I know everybody's busy tonight, but we do. I mean,
We
sincerely.
just want to say sincerely, Merry Christmas to everybody. I know Sharon has a question here in a minute, but Merry Christmas to you and your whole family. We love and appreciate everybody. And we're so thankful for all of you out there that show up, that continue to do your work, to make your health better. And we are just so blessed and so pleased that you chose us and choose us to help you through that journey. So we just want to thank you.
Yep. I don't know what we would
Thank
do.
you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you
We
for
are-
all you do in your heart.
No, thank you.
We got a picture into your heart when you said you were helping Sandy just through the basics of computer. I mean, that just really touched me when you shared that.
Well, thank you. It is. And it's like, we truly are all family here. And, there's people on here that I will be family with till the day I die now. And I've realized how much family means. You don't have to be blood. You don't have to be related.
Amen.
And our family is, God has truly we've been so blessed at the people God has brought into our circle that it just seems like, I don't know how he's picking and choosing the people to come to us, but we're like-minded. We're not afraid to share our faith, and we love and appreciate everybody on here. But as we move forward into the new year, we truly are trying to grow this. I've pretty much closed down my medical practice at this point. So we're jumping in with both feet come January 2nd.
Yep,
So
it's on.
Oh, my buddy. Everybody say a prayer for my little Maddox. He's just not himself.
Yeah.
But we're going to jump in with both feet. So we are pretty much with the standing point of, if this is what God's left me here to do, I'm going to jump in and trust he's got a plan and not going to let me fall on my face. So
Amen.
Seriously, any place you can share it, anybody you can help with. I know it's silly, but any of those posts and things that we put up there, as silly as it is, it truly does help the algorithm. Even if it's not for you, share it to somebody that it would be.
And you never know who it might touch.
Yep. And those things really do matter to us little people trying to grow out to people. It's one thing to reach the people that in your immediate circle. But when you try to get that algorithm to share things outside your immediate circle, it's a whole nother ball game. So again, for the week coming, everybody make your plan. And I don't care if that means you're jumping totally off the wagon and you're going to get back on come the first of the year, or you're going to pick a day to jump off the wagon. Sandy, you're not allowed to jump off the wagon for the whole week. One day, pick a day if you want to. Some of us don't get the luxury of jumping off for a week. Pick a day, do it, have your toolbox ready to get right back on the next day. It is not an excuse to derail. Stay happy, healthy through the holidays, and know that we love you. We really do. And we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
So
what was your question?
And did you have a question?
Yep.
Okay. I love pucker. If you have not, you need to get it. But so I just wanted to, because we talked about, getting off anything with artificial sweeteners, and this doesn't have it, right? So now that I'm like in a good drboz, do I still use pucker, can use pucker, or when should I use pucker?
Pucker is my new favorite tool as well. So here's the thing. And you guys seen me make the post on it. I was all excited to share my numbers, and I'm trying to understand the science in it because my numbers did not jump crazy. My numbers did not go crazy high. So I was worried, like, what's the matter? Again, my body is going to, if there's anybody that's going to not work on, it'll be me. So what I've learned by doing it, I don't do it every day. I've done it about once every 3 days, but those days in between, my ketones are staying higher.
Okay.
So here's what I'm looking at it as. I think it's a jump start to the liver. When Dr. Boz was talking about it will jumpstart that liver and help it making ketones, even though mine don't go sky high, which I don't understand the science enough to say whether my body's using them or my body, they just don't react that high because my body has so much damage. I don't know. And that's one of those things I would love to get on and ask her. But again, either way, I still stuck with it. I've done it about every 3 days in between doses, and I'm not fasting right now. So for it to keep my ketones up, usually I have to fast to keep my ketones high. So I'm loving them as well. And it's not sweet. I love the lemony flavor of it. So if you're a lemon person, I love them. You just dump them in and water them down. Don't be like my son that Bug knows what I'm going to say. We told him, don't chug them. Don't drink them straight. Put them in some water. My man child. You guys have all heard me talk about him. I hope he's not sitting there going to hear me say this.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to be in trouble. My man child chugged them straight from the thing. And Bug sends me a picture of him heaving over or sitting over the kitchen sink because he thinks he's going to start heaving because they're that strong. So water them down. Do not do what my man child did and think, what's mom know, right? I mean,
you still don't chug them down either with your water because you'll end up on the toilet.
Yes. Yep. They are true.
They're
ketones.
serious. It's a serious piece of tool.
Yeah. So it's one of those, but again, it's a great tool to have in the toolbox. It's not for everybody. Don't need it for everybody. Sandy, you do not need them because you make ketones better than anybody on this group.
That's one tool that you probably don't need.
So,
but Dr. Boz has.
The only other thing I would say, Sandy, if you wanted to get some, it would be a good thing when you have a moment where you fall off the wagon. These would be a good jump start to get you back on. So that would be the only way I'd say about it.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them at all. I know that.
We'll get you.
Okay.
We'll get you figured out. But just know they are a good tool. And as stubborn as my body is and my chemistry is, they are helping my ketones stay up. And my son, his ketone, he struggles with ketones as well. So he's on what? He's done them twice now. So I'm trying to see, I'm going to read out his chemistry for a few days to let you know, and I'll let you guys know next week when we do this. The other thing I want to vote on while I have all you guys, I know I don't want to run over. Do you guys want to do a meeting next week, next Sunday, or do you want to skip and go for the one after make it through the first and then start over? What do you want to do? Next Sunday, or wait, next Sunday's Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
We ain't doing Christmas Day.
Okay, so we're tapping out of Christmas Day. I guess I'm asking the following
And that
week.
that would be New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. So do you guys want to do New Year's Day, or do you want to skip for the following week?
Oh.
New Year's Day, new you, and everything else.
Okay.
There's one vote.
We will be there then. We're good to go. It'll be good. So, and I wouldn't mind touching base.
If you can join join in. If you can't, we'll catch up on the next week.
What day are we starting the new you?
New Year is going to be the 2nd, that Monday.
That Monday night.
But just know, here's the other thing that I'm running into is if people are struggling because of the holiday, that first one might possibly just end up being a meet and greet, just to come on and say hi, touch base, what level everybody's at, make sure we got everybody in the right class, all those kind of things. We might do that the first week just because I'm worried about if people are still traveling with the holiday or anything like that. I don't want to stress anybody. We will get in there, touch base, and move on, but just know we're not going to stress over it. We're going to wing it and see how far we get and who all shows up and when everything like that. So I just don't want to get it. I don't want anybody to kind of get lost in the shuffle at the beginning. So, and if that, with it being that close to the holiday, because that's going to be junior, the first is Sunday, the second is hitting the floor running Monday. So we'll play that one by ear, but everybody have a nice holiday. We won't see you next week, but we'll check in for the week after. And we love you all. Any questions over there? Anybody?
Nope. Everybody's really good.
Everybody being good.
I got a question for you. A couple questions, Tammy.
Yes.
Which meter do you recommend, the Mojo meter or the drboz meter?
drboz has now switched to Mojo as well. So the cool part with so I do recommend the Mojo. And if you go to the link on my website, it's right there. It'll take you right over. You want that, you want Mojo's new meter. And because that is the one that's going to connect to my patient portal so that I will be able to help you guys with your numbers right on my screen. And it's just such a neat tool to learn from because you're going to see what your body's actually doing every time. So it's a really nice tool. drboz has partnered up with him. I've partnered up with them. It's just, she can use them over on her end. I can use them on the coaching platform. It's a really good company. And the matrix in them, where it used to be ForeCare was one of the most accurate. In the last year or so, Mojo has redone everything, and they have like 7 or 8 check systems now on there. So theirs has actually kind of moved ahead of the ball game and really stepped up the science on their meters. So their meters and their strips are cheaper. So it ends up in the long run a much better. It's going to be a good haul down the road using the Mojo. So it's going to be good. What else?
Okay. My other question is ketocon. We're still batting that back and forth. I'm trying to get a surgery date. I have a hernia, but I'm with Kaiser and they were so backed up because of COVID and everything else. So it's kind of like day by day when they can get me in. I've been waiting since July.
Oh, shoo.
Yeah. So anyway, is it still at the discounted price?
Right now until January 1st. So I can send you use the code JTK 50.
JTK 50.
50.
We'll give you $50 off until January 1st. So
okay.
That would be take advantage of that while you can. I need to get posts and stuff made more about that. But yes, we would love to have you there. I'd love to meet you. We're going to try to do a little meet and greet with all of our people that we can meet up down there. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait. It's going to be
okay.
As soon as I get past the nerves of getting on stage, it's going to be a really good weekend. It'll be good. We'll get there. Any other questions I can help you with? That was it.
That was it for us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. We love you all. Have a good week, and we will see you, and have a Merry Christmas. We will see you in 2 weeks. Let me know how you guys are. Check in on the pages with us. come in on the groups, show us your Christmas pictures and your families. I'd love to meet you all and see them all. Share on the group over there, our little family. So we love y'all.